Good morning, good evening, good night, and welcome to More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. Everybody know who I am. I'm Bernard Moore III of More and More Sports Management. We're here at Break It Smash Room. This is a location here in Pearl, Mississippi. You can take a look and see exactly what's going on. We're at Break It Smash Room, 200 Bass Pro Drive, Suite 460 in Pearl, Mississippi. We're going to have an opportunity to talk with the owner and the founder of this lovely establishment. Now, if you haven't been down to the outlet, I know you come down here and shop a lot, so definitely come on down and party as well. No, talking with them, walking around. This is I wouldn't say it's a stress reliever, but it will get you an opportunity to act like when you was a little child, when you just want to tear up everything. Now, I know you probably never heard me tell this story. I am the baby. Well, excuse me. I don't like being called baby. I am the youngest of five. Excuse me. Hold up. Well, yeah, the youngest of four, but I have an uncle that grew up with us. Have a sister and two other brothers, and an uncle that grew up with us like a brother. We had this Tonka toy dump truck that we used to push my brother, the oldest one, around on it, and we ran into the TV, but it would never break. And we did that consistently, and it never broke. So we just threw it in the creek behind the house, and I think it flowed somewhere down, maybe in the Pearl River, the Mississippi River. It may be stuck in the creek somewhere. I'm not sure, but here you have an opportunity to break and tear up stuff. I never tried it. I've seen it done, but I never tried it. So this is giving me an opportunity to come down and try. Because sometimes with the troubles of this world, you just want to have a stress reliever, and this place will help you do it. So don't come down and tear the building up. Just tear the particular items up. Some people get excited and just start tearing up everything. But joining me today is Mr. Dan Keeps. He is the owner of. Uh, Break it, smash room, tear up stuff. You should have just called it tear it up and
Well,
see what happened.
smash it or break it is basically what that is. Yes.
Okay, why? I'm gonna ask you why.
Well, break it is I guess it's a conjunction, if you will, that started out with some other letters involved that we shortened after a
Okay,
period of time.
we're just gonna we
Yeah, that's
just
it had a little shin there that was that's what you're here for. You're here to break it, so we're gonna break it.
what made you create this idea? I'm not sure of your childhood. Did your mother, father kick you out of the house
I
from
had two
tearing up
brothers.
stuff?
Yeah, it was
Uh
pretty
oh.
rough, and we had uh, grew up in the '70s, so of course we had the mother that kicked you out of the house after breakfast, and you better be home when the lights come back on. But whatever you did in the daytime, she didn't really care. You drank water out of the hose and moved on with life. But this was actually kind of came about because I had a warehouse filled with old electronics from my other business. So it was needing to be cleaned out, and we needed somewhere to clean it out effectively. And I didn't want to just throw it away, obviously. We wanted to recycle it. So we decided to gut out the parts that are needing to be recycled, and then had to have a place where people could tear up the rest. Because if you throw away an electronic in a dumpster, somebody's going to go find it and want to come back and have it repaired. So you have to smash it to smithereens. And that's kind of where it started. And then it went from there. And of course, we had to have more than just electronics. And we went through my stash pretty quick in about 30 days. So I was quite shocked at how quickly you do go through things. And now it's become an entirely separate cottage industry just to get the smashables or the breakables.
Now let me ask you this. Now I know, like you stated, no, you clean out a warehouse and you have to discard a lot. Instead of spending money, you use that idea to make money because you
Correct.
want to dispose things in a proper way. Go green, as they say.
Correct.
For the environment. So you want to dispose it in a proper way. So you just say, hey, forget it. Instead of disposing it into a landfill, I'm just gonna tear it up.
Right. And nobody wants the trash. They want the electrical components that need to be recycled, but they don't want the cabinet that is built in because it's not recyclable, so to speak. So we take the recyclable portion of it out, use that as recyclables, and then we smash the rest into a smaller piece so that it goes into the dumpster in pieces rather than one big chunk.
Now, with you bringing in, well, I'm gonna call it just like that. You bringing in trash into a business.
Yes.
How do you discard the trash that they break?
Well, we bring in a lot larger size trash and we take it out in a lot smaller pieces. So
Okay.
that's how we do it. And the stuff that we have left over is not recyclable at that point because it's already demolished to its smallest form. So we've just taken an entire truckload of beer bottles and turned it into a trash bag full.
Now, with the, I know in reference to recyclable, are some of the things that you break, what am I trying to say? Some companies will compose of different breakable glass. If you get the glass pieces and
Right.
make a piece of art. Have you ever tried that? No, design, even the design on the floor. If you're doing floor plan remodeling, some
Right.
people like broken marble. They take a nice piece of marble, break it up and design it that way.
We had a few people who have come by and picked up garbage from us to try to do things like that. But when you get into as much different colors of glass as we have, people typically don't want brown glass. They want clear glass or they want colored glass. And we don't have much colored glass. We have a lot of brown glass. And we don't do plate glass and those type things. So we're really just trashing the trash. It's not anything anybody wanted. We have talked to recyclable people about the beer bottles, but they can't recycle. There's something about the beer bottle they don't want. So we use that for our smash.
Okay, and in reference to the trash.
Mhm.
Now I know we took a tour. You kind of showed me around of some pieces that you got, some stuff back from the 50s, and it's still usable, and you're adding on to the facility. How does that come into play when, like, say you took an old warehouse and you taking some of the wood down and using it to make different rooms here?
Right. We found a building down on Gallatin Street that was being vacated after being in business for 60 years. The gentleman that had bought the building wanted to get rid of the shelving that was in the building, and it was all made out of a lot of good wood, but it was 60 years old and had been inside his whole life. So I saw the value in taking that wood and making a story with it, which is what we did. We pulled those shelves apart nail by nail, piece by piece, brought them over here and recreated a city scene is what it actually looks like. I didn't show you that, but that's what it actually looks like. And it is designed out of old wood with the original patina. We didn't touch it. We didn't polish it. We didn't even clean it. We just left it as was. And it's there on the wall to admire. And it's, of course, got a beautiful look to it in my eyes because it's a recycled piece of wood from 60 years ago.
Yeah, and with that, there's no type of hazardous, no makeshift.
No, it's safe.
Asbestos.
Right.
I know was doing this. Was it the early '60s? And somebody really asbestos was in a lot
Right.
of different business. I mean, a lot of different new houses and buildings.
Right.
Now, tell me about the paint splash.
Okay.
Now,
We have a room that you can go into with protective clothing on. We give you a canvas to put on the wall. We give you a paint palette of paint of different colors. We have various packages that come with 6 color to 10 color. And you have brushes and you have all the necessary sponge foam things to create artwork with. Or you can do all of the things your mother told you not to do and paint the walls, paint the floor, paint each other. We even sell squirt bottles that are full of paint that you can use to squeeze across the room if you want to. And that's where the splatter paint comes in. You can just paint the wall and get your canvas in the middle of it to create a splatter pattern, or you can use it to shoot your brother or sister in the face with it, whatever you want to do.
well, I know in situations like this, you have a waiver that you have to sign.
Absolutely, yes.
How I'm trying to be nice when I ask this question.
Mm-hmm.
Have there been intention of disagreements or altercations of individuals coming in and say, "Hey, you squirt me in the eye, you did this," and they have to come in and try to have a dispute?
No, everything about this place is fun. That is the number one goal. If you don't want to have fun, if you don't want to release your anger, don't come in here. We're here for enjoyment and pleasure. The beauty of our place is the atmosphere is so laid back, it is so relaxed that tensions just kind of melt away. And of course, when you're laughing and having fun, it's hard to be mad at somebody. So we have not had any issues at all. We've been here 5 years now, and we've had absolutely no issues. We've had no injuries. We've had minor little, cuts and scratches, but that's it from the smash rooms. So I feel like our safety protocol, our rules, and our staff is so phenomenal that we are not going to have those issues. So even though the insurance company requires that you sign a waiver, we've had no issues whatsoever with that.
Oh, wow. That is definitely interesting. Well, now, before we get to move on, definitely want to give thanks to those individuals that played a part in helping the show to what it is. Thanks to More and More Sports Management, nothing but more. Give them a call at 601-260-3509. Check them out on the website at mms-management.com. From contract negotiation to the event planning to sponsorship and sale, give them a call and let them assist you with your next big event. Talking Sports Live with Rob J, Jamie Horton, Larry Nix, Ed Bishop, and myself. Join us every Wednesday live from Full Moon Barbecue, 1935 Main Street in Madison, Mississippi. Sports talk with a lot of flavor. If you're unable to join us live, you can live stream a show on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, as well as YouTube. And if you're unable to do that, tune in Sunday evening on Duluth 35 from 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. to recap the show. And speaking of Full Moon, the best little porkhouse in Mississippi, 1935 Main Street, Madison, Mississippi. Get them a call, place an order at 601-853-1712 or contact their catering at 601-466-7713. Remember, for catering, it's 10 a party of 10 or more. To contact the catering and contact them and let them know that you heard it on More on the Road. They may throw you an extra cookie. Monique's Dessert Boutique, cupcakes, muffins, cookies, oh my. Take a look at her on Facebook as well as Instagram, Purple Velvet Bakery at yahoo.com for Monique's Dessert Boutique. Hillcrest Christian School, one family, one faith, one future, 4060 South Sour Road in Jackson, Mississippi, 601-372-0149. Give them a call, schedule a testing, take a look at it. It's a small institution over in South Jackson, right there on the borderline of Byram and Jackson. If you want to get that one-on-one education setting for your young scholar, give them a call. Have athletic programs, so stop by, schedule for testing. And Defining Moments with Larry Nix. Tune in locally, 104.3 FM at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on 104.3 FM or log on to Facebook, live stream, and YouTube, Defining Moments with Larry Nix. And Zion Trail Missionary Baptist Church, 925 West Pearl Street in Jackson, Mississippi. Come hear the word led by Reverend Daniel Watkins to teaching you the word as well as learning the word. And again, this is More on the Road. We're here at Break It Smash Rooms, 200 Bass Pro Drive, Suite 460 at the outlets of Mississippi and Pearl, Mississippi. We're talking with Dan Keith, the owner, and I bet you he was a little troublemaker, for him to come create something like this. But now he's getting paid because of trouble. Now, Mr. Keith, now I know that we talked about you were growing up in the 70s, born in the 70s, and things were out in the opening. Mm-hmm. You had to be outside. You couldn't stay in the house. And if you was in the house, you was watching TV with the family, or you're eating dinner, or you're doing your homework, or you're doing chores. But once you completed all that, you had to go outside. Mm-hmm. So how much did you guys tear up? You said you and your brothers, how much did you guys tear up?
We were awful. My father worked in the oil field, so we had barrels of gasoline and cleaning fluid in the backyard that he would fill up his containers with. So we set everything on fire. It was pretty bad. There wasn't a G.I. Joe or any kind of action figure safe with the Keith boys and the gasoline can.
So how much? Well, did you get it replaced during Christmas, or mom?
Oh no. It was over at that point. You didn't get any more. And we had the Tonka truck too that we pushed each other around in, but then we ended up setting fires in it and doing all kinds of crazy.
So it went from yellow to black.
It went from yellow to kind of a rusty whitish ash color. Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing about the Tonka truck that I teased my brother and my sister about that. We still tease about that today. We couldn't tear it up.
No, the Tonka truck you couldn't. No,
I'm not sure exactly what type of material that was.
Mhm.
They need to put that in cars right now.
They do. Yeah, because my wife wouldn't be able to wreck that and tear that up. That'd be nice.
Now, I hope that your wife's not going to look at the show. Now, I'm going to say, let me go ahead and put a disclaimer. Disclaimer views. Now, what comments come said, they're not endorsed by me. Now, if you say it, go blame them. Don't come fussing at me saying that I entice him to say it. But with all that, you started this. It's a family fun arena.
Family Fun Center or Family Fun Venue, activity venue is what we call it.
Are
So
there any age restrictions?
we do have an age restriction on the smash rooms of 9 and under. You cannot be in there unless you're 9, and that's purely because of the safety gear.
Okay.
We cannot get safety gear to protect anybody that small, and we've tried, believe me. But we can allow 9 and up as long as they fit into an adult extra small or larger uniform, and a hard hat fits on their head, in the smallest setting, and it's tight because we have to be able to protect them. So
Now, with that, the cleanup afterwards, do you go in and clean up after every visitor, or you just wait till the end of the day and say, hey?
yes, one thing that I distinguishedly do different than any other smash room out there is when you come into our facility, you are put into a clean room, and therefore it's safe. You're in a safe environment until you break something. So that gives you a lot less chance of getting hurt. It also gives you a lot more fun because you see your mess. So we clean up after every smash party, every event. We clean the rooms completely, even the paint rooms. We mop them completely. They're totally cleaned up and ready for the next guest. So we do not put you in a room filled with trash and let you beat on an old washer that's been sitting in there for 2 weeks. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay, so I'm gonna see. You collect a lot of trash, and then you spend a lot of money on cleaning supplies.
Absolutely.
Do the guests have to go in and clean up some? No, if
We try to coax them into it, but no, it's not safe. We don't let them do it. So
okay.
we always ask them when they come out if they cleaned it up, but they always refuse. So
Okay, now looking behind you, you have the different boards, and you kind of explained to me about the boards. These are the axe throwing boards
Yes.
behind you right now.
this is a separate venue. It's next door, but it is still considered a separate venue because of the insurance regulations for selling alcoholic beverages with a smash room. Everything's backwards in the state. It is for some reason not allowed. So we had to create a separate venue. And this is
Okay.
the axe throwing side, and it's called Chunk It Axe Games. And we call it Axe Games because of the fact that we have the projected targets, which of course allow us to have different games for the target.
Okay.
So instead of just throwing it around circle the whole time you're here, you can choose from 17 different games. We have games that are fun. We have games that are vindictive. We have games that are challenging with like a Wheel of Fortune game where you have to choose the letters, but actually hit that letter with the axe to be able to make it go up on the screen.
Wow.
And at that point, you may know the answer, but you've got to actually prove it by hitting it with the axe. Another fun thing is we have a tic-tac-toe game. Well, in my tic-tac-toe world, I can take that square away from you if I don't like the fact that you got the X in the center square and I want that center square. I can hit it and take it away from you. And then, of course, you have a chance to take it back. But if you miss, then that gives me an opportunity to get it. So I'm just a little different than most people. I have a little bit more fun with my games than just straightforward rules. But by having that, you have a lot of challenges. It makes it a lot more fun for a date night type environment. I can't think of anything more fun for a first date than to come to something like this, have a drink, enjoy your evening, and you are sitting there talking the whole time while you're competing in a game. We built the target specifically to be easier to stick. They're made out of a special wood that is softer and easier to stick than a traditional axe throwing target. And it is also kept in better shape because of the way it's made and the way we condition them.
Now, I know we were talking, I said we were speaking of you brought up the word date night. Again, the things that are stated there are not endorsed about what's about to come out. We're just chatting right now. And what Mr. Keefe told me that he's seen, now again, this is just observation. Now, this is a study that he have been since he's been here. He
I'm a
stated
professional, yes. I'm an
he-
expert.
Yeah, so he's an expert, and he stated that he's seen more of the female gender come out and be more dominant than the male gender. Now,
Yes.
I'm not going to sit here and say that I agree.
I
I'm
will.
not going to sit here and say I disagree.
I
Now,
agree. I approve this statement.
so he went down and then saw it, but again, watching seeing the boards as you can look back at the different boards, as you can see, got pool tables. We got to talk about the pool table because I know some people don't want to throw none. They may throw their shoulder out, but they show poke somebody out by the eye with a stick. But you have pool tables in, have beverages here to come in, and again, it's a nice, calm environment. It's not. It's a. You can say it has somewhat the bar type feel, but it's more of fun and laughter and competition, as you can see. Now, Ms. Keith, now you stated now you're an expert
I'm an
at
expert, yeah.
Axtron,
And females, yes.
and so and female too. Now,
I can say anything. It doesn't mean I have to prove it, but no, we've noticed that when you have a group of men and women come together,
okay,
and we teach both of them from scratch how to throw, which our coaches will teach you and make
Okay.
sure you know what you're doing. It's females who typically pick it up quicker than a man. So if a man gets the hang of it, he's able to stick it, but he may not be able to be as accurate with it.
okay,
A female can learn how to stick it quickly, and then she also learns how to throw it to get it into the different positions on the board to where you can actually play the games. So by having the games, it's actually giving the females an advantage because they seem to have a little bit more of a knack of being more accurate with it than the men are. And that makes it a lot more fun for women, especially on a date night, and for the guys, because you let the women win and you have a lot more fun on your date.
now, with that, now as you can see, the different games that are going on in the background. Which one of the games is the most popular one?
It depends upon the group.
Okay.
If we're doing a large group, then the traditional target is one of the most popular.
Okay.
But if you have a small group, a couple of people who want to play like the Wheel of Fortune game or the Candy Crush type game, if
Okay.
you've seen that, we also have a game that allows you to upload the picture from your phone as the target. So if we got a bachelorette party, if we have a divorce party, or we have a I'm quitting work party, those are really popular
Okay.
games. And so there's a lot of different options. It makes it perfect for every atmosphere.
All right. And how? Now I know we was talking about a family outing. You know, you spoke about family outing, a
Mhm.
team building
Yes.
opportunity, or work gathering. How can they sign up, or is there a way that can they just come in, or you recommend that they
They can, yeah.
register or reserve?
If you're wanting to do a large event, yes, we like to plan those out. We do have a lot of experience at doing very large
Okay.
group events. One of the things that we do that's very popular every year is the graduation lock-ins. If you're familiar with those, they
Yeah.
do the project graduation type events, and we do a ton of those every year. This year is going to be insane with the amount of kids we have coming, but we have this down to a science. We've done it so many times. One good thing about our venue is we do have two separate areas. So we can create a separate party for each group. And in a situation where you have a corporation and you want to do an office party, we can set up catering back here at this, at the back of the bar area. You can have run of this entire facility for up to 100 people. We have seats for up to 100 people, and we can even add more if we needed to. So we have a very nice laid back, relaxed venue. We work any hours. I mean, the project graduation things start at midnight and go to 6 a.m. So our staff is, well versed in working overnight if we need to, or odd hours. So we're never closed. We just may not have the doors unlocked. So,
Yeah, I'm looking at it. What came really, if you take a look at the cooler back there in the background, you have a lot of energy drinks.
we have a lot of energy drinks, and that's primarily for the employees. Then we have, of course, all the different beer and seltzer and wine options, and even some of the ready to drink cocktails. So we have a lot of those as well. We have not gotten our full bar yet because we have not built the kitchen out. In Mississippi, you have to have a kitchen to have a full bar.
All right, so well, what you're speaking that there's a potential some expansion going on?
We've been negotiating with the mall, and we've ran into a small roadblock that's going to delay us building the kitchen. So at this point, we kind of tabled the plans. We were about ready to go full bore as soon as we finished the renovation at Break It, but we are going to pause that for just a little bit. But we're still working every angle we can to try to get the full liquor bar, because my history, I've owned other bars, and of course we own a venue in Monroe that is just like this, but has a full bar.
Okay. Now, with that, now I know you speaking of you reservations about the project graduation. So, are they able to bring in outside food and
Yes.
outside items into the venue? Because, like I said, the kids gonna be up all night. They probably not even worrying about eating. They just want to sit here and enjoy the fun. So it looks like you might have to take a trip to the landfill to go get some more things if project graduation from all night.
We've been preparing all year. This is not, that's the one thing people kind of miss or don't think about in this business is how much work is involved in getting the breakables. I have 4 people that their entire job is to go out and secure breakables, pick up the beer bottles, do all of the different things that are involved in just getting the stuff to break. It is very intense compared to what I thought it was. I was shocked at how much we had to create. So yes, there's a lot involved.
All right, again, this is More on the Road with Bernard Moore III, presented to you by More and More Sports Management. We're here live at Break It, Smash It Room here at 200 Bass Pro Drive, Suite 460 at the Outlets of Mississippi in Pearl, Mississippi. If you're frustrated, if you just want to relieve some stress, and if you just want to come out, and again, the environment is nice, cool, and calm. It's probably because somebody's taking a break right now, or they see me in here, they say they don't want to come in here right now. But it's a nice, it feel like a nice, cool environment. I've heard some visitors, some patrons of this facility, of the place, come by and tell me about it. No, they really enjoyed it. I just haven't had the opportunity to come out, because I'm always, like I said, like my show, More on the Road. We're always on the road somewhere. So I am going to have to take a block out of my schedule to bring some of my associates, friends, whomever, family, come down here and just enjoy the family venue, this venue, and smash it and break it and release some frustration. And like you stated, on the Axe Throwing game, you can download some pictures. So I hope that no one go to my sites and take my pictures and download. Well, I'm asking Mr. Key.
We're going to make that a stock photo
if
now.
you see my picture up here. Now, the funny part about it, as some of my previous employee, I worked at a couple of call centers, and I was always and they had carnivals. And so they had the Dunkin' booth.
Absolutely. Yeah.
People don't want to get in the Dunkin' booth. Hey, me, it's all a lot of fun, fundraising.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about helping raise funds. And so the previous times I've been in the Dunkin' booth, I've always made the most. It's not because I'm a bad person, because I talk a lot of noise while they're throwing
Right.
it. And I've had a water gun or water balloons, and if you miss, I'm gonna wet you up. And
That's fun. Yeah.
That's the part about it. Again, it's all about out of fun and raising fun for the organization.
But it gets tiring climbing out of that Dunkin' booth and putting that seat back together to sit back up on it. It's after about 30 times you've had enough. It's
I can't say I've been dunked, but not a lot. Because
okay.
I don't know if people were afraid or they were getting discouraged by what I was saying. But it was just basic all out of fun. Are there any opportunities for what's the process of way someone can call and set up a reservation, or they want to book out the whole thing, or what's that process?
We have a website, which is breakitsmashrooms.com. And if you go on that website, there's a tab that says book now, and you can go on that, and it gives you all of the options of the different packages. And we have packages for one person. We have packages for up to 100 people. So if you do more than a party of 10, I would recommend calling. Let us work out the details so that we can give you the best experience, because we are versed in doing this. We do it every day. It's not an issue to create a perfect setting for your party or your event. So just give us a call on that. And if you're doing a smash party, paint party, or axe throwing party of less than 10 people, we can work that in pretty much any time. We just need to have a reservation if you're going to do a smash room, because it takes more facility than a 6-person party. Because as I was showing you in the rooms, we can adjust the size of the rooms And if we have 10 people going into a smash room, we're going to need 2 rooms that we can open up.
Okay.
So we have to have a little bit of heads up just to keep those rooms free for your time. But other than that, you can book online. You can walk in on Wednesday through Sunday. We're open regular store hours. You can walk in at any point. We can get you in as quickly as we can. Of course, on the weekends, we have a wait, just like most restaurants do. So we do recommend that you get an appointment if you don't want to wait.
All right, let me ask you, and where do you store all the stuff that you break?
We have a fairly decent amount of storage in the back of Break It,
Okay.
but I also have a huge warehouse in Flowood that is filled to the good, just it is exploding with stuff. I have a crew over there working right now just trying to make more space because we're collecting actively for the graduation events, which are
Okay.
2 weeks from today. And so we've got to get everything piled up and ready to bring over for those events. But then we have just other things going on over there as well that we don't have room for. So
Yeah. Well, I was about to ask, are you accepting donations or if you want to buy-
absolutely, yes, we
Oh.
do. Oh, Cinco de Mayo is this weekend. That's what I was trying to say. Was that
Oh,
we have a lot coming in from Cinco de Mayo. There's going to be a lot of tequila bottles to break next week. But yes, we do accept donations. People that have electronic items, printers, toaster ovens, TVs, any of that type of stuff. Microwaves, we take those and we take the important stuff out
Okay.
and recycle it. And then we smash the case and everything else that's left. So yes, if anybody has anything to donate, certainly give us a call or send us an email. And we'll work it out to have our pickup people come pick it up. Or if you want to drop it off, we can work out how you can come to our back door and we'll unload it for you.
Yeah, I know. I was speaking with my wife. She has some dishes that I know that we don't use.
Yeah.
Glad just something looking like this taking up a whole lot of space. And I was like, man, I need to get rid of this stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know, to donate it to someone and give it to someone, or just give somebody a breaker, or either start my own smash. But I don't feel like cleaning stuff up. So I can't start my own.
Yeah, it sounds like a great idea until you start actually cleaning the rooms. It becomes a whole different animal then. But dishware items are, the world's saturated with them right now.
Okay.
And so I have been buying estates from estate sales, things like that.
Okay.
And we have tons of dishes. We collect them. I mean, we get as many as we can because we break as many as we can. But things that used to be, grandma's dishes, everybody used to want them. Nobody wants them anymore. So we have tons of them and love getting all of them.
Have you ever seen what is something that people enjoy? What has been the most requested item to break? Besides somebody's heart, but okay.
TVs are really popular, but we also have a lot of office parties here.
Okay.
So when you have an office party, people love to smash printers, computers, that type of thing. We did have a nursing party here one time, and we had a nursing school donated some of their old nursing simulator equipment to us. So we had a nursing room set up that they could trash all the equipment that they work with on a normal basis. So that was quite fun. They could hear the little beeping machine that I don't even know what it's called, but we were able to let them smash one of those.
Do you have any type themes? Like I said, you just had nursing, like any themes?
No, we were going to, and it seemed like a really good idea at the time, but it's hard to execute on the scale that we're at.
Okay.
We were going to do a rock star experience where we created a hotel room and you go in and trash the hotel room, but it's just not sustainable in the situation that we're in to run this many people through. If I had a much larger facility, yes, I would do that. We'd do car smashing, we'd do some other things, but we're on a limited space because of the mall environment that we just cannot get that much extra space in.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how has the city? I know Pearl has been booming. I know you kind of lost the Braves, but you're getting
The Mud Monsters. Yeah.
And actually, I have had a conversation with their own. Well, I don't know if he's the owner.
With David, probably.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, the general manager.
with somebody in leadership there.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring a lot more attention. Or have you connected with them by getting some more baseball bats or some bats that they don't use? Or?
I would love to. Yeah, I need to talk to David about that. We've worked with the Braves the whole time they were there, and have been sponsors of the magnets and schedules and a lot of other things. So we have a great relationship. And David, who was the salesperson over there for the Braves, is now the general manager of the Mud Monsters.
Okay.
Great guy, fantastic person. Loves working. He's really open to that. and we are going to do what we can with him and help support them, and are very excited about having a different type of organization because they're just, as he explained it, their hands are untied at this point. When you were with the Braves, you had a lot of regulations, a lot of restrictions, a lot of structure that he doesn't have to deal with now. So he can make it more fun. And we're considering taking our axe trailer over there because we do have an axe throwing trailer that's available for rent as well, that has 2 lanes in it, and it's set up the exact same way. We set up the ingrained target system. We set up the projection system. So we can take it anywhere and let you have axe throwing at your facility or at your parking lot or any of that kind of stuff that you might want. So we were discussing having that over there during the games. We just haven't gotten all that nailed down yet.
I know you spoke about the changing the pitch. You can put different, you can download pictures on that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just one big picture, or
no? It's very similar to the hunting game here, where instead of being the animal, it's pictures of you floating around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it will be pictures of you later. I'm going to set that up.
Wow. Well, hey, like I stated, when I did the Dunkin' booth, I was
well, I'm going to see if we can raise some money for me.
So
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, well, we could definitely want that. So definitely come on down to axe throwing. I know some of my family members are they've visited this place and they were throwing the axes. And so, yes, now he's going to put my picture on the wall. Aha. So I got somebody, I'm going to send their picture as well. Some of my business partners. So definitely be on the lookout, guys. Y'all going to be very famous here at the axe throwing room. But definitely come on by the axe throwing room. Break it and smash it. It's on the other side. As you see that we had a few pictures of the location. Of the venue. 200 Bass Pro Drive here at the Outlets of Mississippi, Suite 460. I know typically I always park in the same space right there in the middle as you turn it off of Bass Pro Drive, kind of near the center point. And so once you come in that way, take that right. I think Coach and Michael Kors. You can come up that. Michael Kors right there. Yeah, come straight to Nike and take a right. Yeah, come like you come to Nike, then take that right there at Under Armour store, and just keep on going. You'll see the sign. I'm surprised he got a big X out front yet, but he's looking now, so we can say that may be something that he probably may need to think about that. But you can also park in the back by the playground. If you come around behind Marshall's and park by the playground, there's a Hot Topic. Okay. And that's a shorter walk if you don't like walking like me. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out, because I didn't want to walk through all this parking lot with all this equipment. They're looking like, what is he about to go do? He got too much equipment on. But that's why I was looking for a closer park, but I had to come here and take care of some other business. And I know this is the way I always park. I'm accustomed to parking right then. I know how to maneuver around. But if you're ever at the Outlets Mall, what's coming up? The summer is coming up. Birthdays are coming up. Graduation celebrations are coming up. So if you're definitely out here shopping, come on by and take a look for Suite 460 at the Break It Smash It Room. I know husbands, bring your wives out here. For Mother's Day, yes. Yeah, Mother's Day is coming up. Check out our Facebook for all of our Mother's Day promotions, because we're giving away packages to the most deserving mother. So we're running that contest right now. Well, let me ask you this now. So I'm probably throw another special out. I'm not sure exactly what sales day is going to come up. Again, guys, bring your wives and your mothers. If you don't want to go to the stores with them, come here and see Mr. Keeves and say, hey, my wife is shopping. I just want to sit down and relax and release some frustration. You can come here, because, again, I'm looking across. There's a shoe store right directly in front of it, and there's a ladies' clothing store to the left of it, to the right of it, and to the left. But I'm not sure why they have so many stores for women, but they have very few for men. So men, if you want to just sit down and relax and come, there are plenty of TVs around where you can sit and watch some of the games. Football is about to start up. This is the dead season right now. We got TVs everywhere. We've got 2 video walls that Break It that you can watch all the sports on. We've got, I don't even know how many TVs here, but we've got 85-inch TVs everywhere. So it is a huge entertainment venue for sure. So again, guys, if you don't want to walk around, like I said, where we're sitting right now, I'm seeing a lot of guys walk around by themselves. They're not with their significant others, but unless they probably out shopping already for their significant others or mothers for Mother's Day is coming up next Sunday, not this upcoming Sunday, but Sunday, a few Sundays away. So, guys, if you're here in Pearl, I definitely want to give you. Make sure you bring plenty of money now so that your wife can stay occupied while she's out spending money. Give her at least about $200. Tell her go to the store because they can buy 30 things for $5 compared to a man. While you can come in here and just sit down and have your nice cold beverage and throw some axes and fellowship with the guys and even meet a friend because his wife or significant others out there shopping or something. Well,
For $200, y'all better do it pretty quick though, because they're gonna be right back.
But like I say, though, give them plenty of money so they can go out and enjoy themselves. Ms. Heaps, no. I know we kind of talked about this earlier. The month of May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
I know we discussed some stuff about mental health. Have you encountered anything dealing with mental health here? About this? Cause this is I can say consider a stress relief.
We do a lot of counseling, if you will, for lack of a better term. We've had a lot of families who have suffered loss. We've had people that have had things in their life that they really needed to destroy something to make them feel better. And so, yes, we are very versed in that. We do handle it very gently because we understand what they're going through. We've had situations where psychiatrists or therapists have rented this place out for their patients as part of their therapy. They would come in for their 7th or 8th visit. I'm not sure how it fell into their protocol, but they would bring the patient here for rage therapy, if you will. And it's a common practice with a lot of other cities that we've seen around, but it does help to get that anger out and not keep pinning it up. And it just makes you feel much more calm and at ease.
Well, I'm gonna ask this. Like I said, I'm gonna ask jokingly, but it's not a joke. Do y'all accept insurance? Because that is a, like I said, something for therapy wise though. That is something definitely to relieve because certain professions. Well, I'm asking. Have you ever seen know of someone profession come in here and you say, hey, well, I'm a school teacher. I'm in law enforcement.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in social service. I'm a social worker. I do this. Mm-hmm. Have you seen more of certain profession come in, or people just come in just freely? You can just say, well, I can't. I don't know exactly what they do.
We do a lot of school teacher groups right before school and, of course, right after school. So right before school starts, we had a big one for JPS this year for all the teachers from a certain school. They all came over and had a big afternoon out after their orientation. Okay. And, of course, we love school teachers. I've got children that are still in school, so I want them to understand how much we appreciate what they do and what they have to go through. So, yes, we help them out. As far as the insurance side of things, in the past, the therapist paid for it. Okay. And I'm assuming they somehow billed the insurance company for it. We have not worked out yet with Blue Cross Blue Shield, but if I could just swap part of my premium for the amount of money they spend here, I'll pay it out of pocket.
Well, yeah, hey, they have a facility right down the street and off of, is it 80? No, Lakeland, right off of
Lakeland. Yes. So, yeah. It would be nice if I could figure out a way to do that. And if we can, if anybody's listening to this insurance agent, let me know, because I would love to work that out.
Insurance, I definitely know to take and see. Yeah. But let me ask you, with law enforcement and firemen,
absolutely,
do you see them coming here a lot as a group, or they come in individually, or?
We get a lot of first responders and we get a lot of military. So we do offer a Leo first responder military discount. It's available to anyone that's in that field, and we really appreciate their service. So we want them to understand that. I don't see an overwhelming amount of any particular group that stands out. We are going to be doing a law enforcement appreciation night very soon, and we're going to have hors d'oeuvres and things like that. We're going to offer free axe throwing to all the law enforcement officers. So if you have not gotten on our list, reach out to me and let's get you added to our list of invitations when we send the invitations out. But we'll be reaching out to all the different police departments and doing that.
Now, I know they are not an endorsement of this show, so don't think that I just know of it. The Department of Public Safety, they're having an event in Flowood at the Refuge. What is it, May? Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of May.
Okay.
And I know, and that's opportunity even there. Where I can't think of the name of it, but I know the Department of Public Safety, the Mississippi Department of Public Safety, they're having like some type of summit that
Oh,
they have in at the refuge right there off of
oh no, yeah, the
yeah
new hotel,
the new
the
hotel,
new
the
convention
Sheraton.
center. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're having something. I know that was something definitely be nice. I know it will be a lot of law enforcement there,
Mhm.
and like I said, this is a stress reliever. So now I know if you had a gun target thing, I know that definitely would enjoy more of them coming in here. But
It
before we get
requires a little different structure in the building than we have to be able to pull that off. So.
yeah, not trying, but just like the electrical. I mean, I'm not saying electrical, the digital
Right.
boards that you have behind you with the axe throwing. But like I said, the targets. I don't know what type of target. they
Well,
might
it's
use.
proven that axe throwing, if you're good at axe throwing, you're a better marksman. So you got to come practice up.
You have a lot of hunters come in or working on. That's if well they hunt in the cold, so I can't say if the weather will allow 'em. You see hunters coming in, or especially with the animal.
None that have
digits.
admitted it.
Oh, okay.
Now, Monroe, we do get quite a few country boys over there. So
Okay.
we do see a lot of people that are very handy with an axe over there. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
Over here, it's a lot more family oriented, just people coming to have a good time. But
Okay.
over there, we've had a few people that came in and trying to prove something.
Well, that's hey. This is a sport. Axe throwing is a sport.
It is a sport.
And
On ESPN, yeah.
and swinging a stick at something is almost like playing baseball or cricket or whatever. You still are very competitive in it. But is there anything else that you'd like to share, Mr. Keith, about Smash It, Break It, before I get out here and go and enjoy this lovely day?
We just have a fantastic facility that is so out of the ordinary. It is not the typical laissez-faire that you normally run into in a corporate event. We create interaction. You
Okay.
cannot do this without interacting with other people. So it is absolutely perfect for a team building event because we can mix and mingle the groups. You start off with your favorite clique over here in one lane, but partially through, we make you change lanes and be with a different clique, a different group. So there's a lot of different things we can do. And like I said, when you're laughing, you can't be angry at anybody. And that's the whole point of this entire facility.
Well, have you ever seen during the competition? I know it's especially when you're with, I'm going to say old schools, when you're courting somebody that
Absolutely.
you're trying to date and you come here and the young lady defeats them. You know, have you seen the male get frustrated a little bit? I said, man, it's all right. Just a game, though. Just to have fun.
No, usually when the woman's happy, it turns out to be a pretty good date.
Okay.
I've never seen it happen when the woman was happy that she was unhappy with a date.
All right. Well, Mr. Keith, again, I thank you for allowing us to come here and spend some time with you, talk about the Smash It, Break It. It is it's a peaceful, nice, calm environment. You have plenty of TVs. I guess he got plenty of stock up energy drinks for project graduation. I know
That's
I've
right.
been a senior in high school. I worked project graduation 3 times. And no, I did not graduate 3 times. My 10th grade year and my 11th grade year, the
Just
sponsor
practice.
invited me to be a helper out it. And I had to work, so I was up all night working. And then my senior year, I had opportunity to participate in the different events with Project Graduate. So that's why I said I heard it 3 times. But hey, number 3 is out. I'm the third in the family, so number 3 is always good. It's not 3 strikes you out, but if you want to get 3 strikes, I think you would never strike out here. It's Smash It, because if it's in the way, you can't smash it. So definitely come on by 200 Bass Pro Drive, Suite 460 in Pearl, Mississippi at the outlets, and see Mr. Keith. And if you saw it here on Morton Road, he may throw you a cookie that he has to go buy next door, down the street, around the corner somewhere. But I know before I get ahead, you talked about the food. I know it is okay for individuals to bring in outside food.
We work with different restaurants. We've got a
Okay.
lot of catering deals worked out with El Potro in the mall at the food court. We've got Lost Pizza. We do a lot of work with a lot of different people to provide the food.
Okay.
We even have a food truck that we bring in every now and then for one of the project graduations events. We're going to have a food truck here to feed them at midnight. So it's going to be, we have a lot of creative options.
Okay.
If you have your favorite caterer, we'll certainly work with you. We do have one group that's done parties every 3 months here, and they bring in a caterer that they're familiar with.
Okay.
And so, yes, we'll work with you. Just we require that you pre-approve it, obviously. But
Okay. Well, I know I'm finna throw this out here. Hopefully, they will give me some cookies, some extra cookies when I come up there and visit them every Wednesday when doing Talking Sport. We'll share your information with Full Moon Barbecue in Madison,
okay.
as well as a good friend of mine's, Jeff Good at Silent Mookie. They do a lot.
We're already working
Okay.
with Salamukis and Broad Street and the others.
Bravos, yeah. Okay.
Bravos, yeah. So yes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We have a lot of reach out there. Never hurts to let him know how he's interrelated with us through other ways. So.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, Jeff has done a lot for me, even with my business, with more sports management, with different events. So I know I always tease him. Everything he do is all good with Jeff Good. So,
It's all good with Jeff
Yeah,
Good,
so
yeah.
I know when he sees me, he said, "How you doing?" More and more and more and more and more. So I got much love for Jeff.
Yeah,
for
they've
what he
developed
does in
quite a
community.
business over there. I'm very impressed with what he's done and enjoy their food. It's
Yes.
really, really good.
Yeah. Well, I know now I'm finna go get my shoulder together and go rehab and stuff and get ready to throw some axes. So I'm about to bring my wife out here, but I know she's not going to beat me because I know I'm very competitive and I know
That's
she
some
is
big
also.
words. Those are some
So,
big
so I
words.
know she's probably going to look at yes, we will be out here soon. Definitely bring the family out here and come enjoy this time. But again, I thank you guys for joining us. Now it's time for me to go on another Moore's journey here again. Thanks for tuning in to More on the Road.